This is what you normally envision when you think of offensive and defensive linemen. But it's a lot more fun when the big guys run.
Picked off by Keith Traylor, and he is rumbling.
What a great play by the big man.
Well, that's the way you take time off the clock and still continue to try to score.
Back to throw, Kramer fires, tipped, intercepted. The ball is picked off. Running with it is Cortez Kennedy.
That's the way you get down the field, Taz.
Big Tubby. Way to lumber. Way to lumber.
Look at the big man run. Look at the big man take it for 6.
And you know what? The big man showed some speed.
Yes.
6'2", 325 pounds.
It's just funny to see those big guys moving. Some of those guys are faster than a lot of people, you know, like you wouldn't expect those big creatures to be running like that. The best ever was the guy from New England that got the kickoff. He was rumbling and tumbling.
Dan Conley, the big old guard. How about that?
Look at the big guy with the move. He's going to cut back.
We talked about highlights. The Dan Conley 75-yard kickoff return has to be the #1 play of the year. And we went absolutely nuts. That was incredible.
You had the dream. I had the dream. Everybody had this dream. And I'm almost living it through you.
The dream of becoming an unlikely receiver started with a tipped pass in 2009 for Tampa Bay's Donald Penn.
Caught by a line. Donald Penn, his first career catch.
And who says that one career catch doesn't make you a diva wide receiver?
Ever since then, you know, I was lobbying with the offensive coordinator, like trying to give me a play, and then he put it in.
Here's the snap from the one. Play action fake. It's Freeman. Freeman throws the pass. It is caught. There's your man. There is Donald Penn with his first career touchdown.
I knew I was going to catch it. I had no doubt. I might not get another opportunity, so I'm going to make the most out of it. That play was perfect.
With opportunities still few and far between, unlikely receivers have to capitalize when their number is called.
When you have an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman and he's playing there and he's blocking, and then you throw him a bone and toss him the ball and he actually catches it, it does give the team a huge lift.
Touchdown, Sean O'Hara!
There's one happy lineman.
It's going to be on TV. It's going to be a highlight of some sort, bad or good, because generally they're not going to know what to do with it.
Play action fake. Brad Johnson throws to the end zone. Warren Sapp, number 39, takes it to the house.
Everyone remembers the Fridge's Super Bowl touchdown run.
William Perry has scored in the Super Bowl!
But his touchdown catch from that season was far less celebrated.
Fires the right side.
I'm probably was involved with one of the most memorable moments of that ever, which was the Monday Night Miracle, where the Jets came back against the Dolphins. I was coaching for the Jets, and at a critical point in that game, we threw a pass to Jumbo Elliott.
76 is eligible.
Vinny under center. Play action. Dumps it over the middle. Caught. Juggled. Is it held? Touchdown. Touchdown to Jumbo Elliott.
What next in this game?
There's a shot where you can see his face looking up at the Jumbotron. And the look on his face was priceless.
Big man almost dropped it.
Thought it was a hamburger.
Some unlikely receivers have reached the end zone multiple times, like two-timers Todd Harriman's, Jared Allen.
Jared Allen is doing everything.
And Dan Klecko.
Looks for Dan Klecko. He's got it. Touchdown! Dan Klecko is second of the playoffs.
Hall of Famer Anthony Munoz crossed the goal line 4 times, just like the Chiefs' Joe Valerio.
Another touchdown? If he throws it, I'll catch it. I'll try at least.
The speed, the grace of Joe Valerio finds the end zone. Slow him down. He's going to set a record.
Probably the guy that made it most famous, an unlikely receiver, was Mike Vrabel.
Brady to the end zone, wide open touchdown to Mike Vrabel, who had lined up as an eligible tight end.
He's such a talented football player.
Great athlete.
I'll tell you what, and he can play both sides of the ball.
Mike Vrabel may be the king of the unlikely receivers, but his ascension to the throne did not come easily.
Mike Vrabel was a part-time player in Pittsburgh, and Scott Pioli, Bill Belichick, saw in him an element of versatility which they thought would be of great benefit to them. And it worked out, I'm sure, beyond either man's wildest dreams, because what they got was a first-rate linebacker. And then, oh, by the way, he can line up as an eligible receiver. It's one of the more interesting careers of our time.
Touchdown, tight end Mike Vrabel.
If you get down to the goal line and you see Mike Vrabel in there, you got to put 5 guys on him.
You know, it was something I worked at it in practice. You know, we're catching balls as linebackers, but I've never been so nervous for a play in my life as when you go over on the other side when you're on offense.
Vrabel's nerves were calm on the game's biggest stage, where he became one of only 2 Patriots to catch a touchdown in multiple Super Bowls. Vrabel was a linebacker by trade, but his lasting legacy in the NFL will be for something a little more unlikely.
Mike Vrabel is a linebacker, but when people remember his contributions, they're not going to remember the tackles that he made. They're going to remember the touchdowns that he caught.
12 career catches, 12 career touchdowns in the brilliant career of Mike Vrabel.
In 2011, we've seen a lot of crazy things. A receiver caught a 99-yard touchdown. An unknown rookie set the Cowboys' single-game rushing record. And a team scored 62 points in a game. But through the first half of the 2011 season, no unlikely receiver caught a touchdown pass. The King may have retired after last season, but he's not willing to hand over his crown.